I'm happy to announce the return of the Cyma M4 DMR. Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome to a new Airsoft video. And yes, as you can see by the title, it has been the long awaited return of the M4 DMR. Obviously, you can tell there's a few changes that have happened since you last saw it, which was in this clip.
Two down.
So yeah, and obviously it was a massive hit. It was actually in the first video this channel ever had on it, and it went down really well. I mean, people were asking about it, asking if there was any upgrades in it. Like I said, it has changed because unfortunately it broke after about a year and a half. So it actually went through plenty of rounds before it broke. So if you're gonna get this gun, I would suggest it very highly, but I don't think it's quite available yet, so I'll put a link in the description of where I bought it, so you can go check. But because of the new laws of the jewels, it's now dependent on the jewels if you're allowed an airsoft gun or whatever. This one was a bit overpowered when you got it out of the box. Now, it was supposed to be originally a CQB assault rifle, but when I took it out of the box and got it chronoed for the first time, it chronoed at a 420 FPS. Now, I know in some countries that is acceptable for a AEG, but in the UK it's not. 350 is a limit on an AEG, so yeah, it was a bit high. So I had to make it a DMR. And like I said, it was a hit straight from the beginning, and it performed awesomely. But like I said, after a year and a half, it broke. So yeah, but as you can see, it's right in front of you again. It is the long-awaited return, but there has been a few changes. Now, externally, you can see before I had the iron sight on the front. I've now removed that because a lot of people are saying, well, if you've got a scope, doesn't the iron sight get in the way? It didn't at the beginning, but it just got a bit of an eyesore, in my opinion. So I took that off. It looks pretty sweet now, as you saw from the little clip at the beginning. But moving on, the rail hasn't actually changed. It's not any different whatsoever. All I've done is I've taken off the rail guard, because obviously some of these rails are pretty sharp. So I've just taken them off, and it looks pretty sweet. I might put them back on depending on how I feel, I suppose. But hey, we'll see. Then on top we have the X7 C4 16x50 EG. So it is I believe a 4 to 16 times scope. It's a bit overpowered for what I'm going to be using it for, but it was fairly cheap. But I'll put all the links in the description of all the accessories or the changes that I've got since the previous or last video that this was in, so you can go and have a look yourself. Externally is just really the iron sight. It's oh, and you can't really see it right now, but this stock is no longer a crane stock. I can't remember what it's called right now, but I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, so I've managed to. The crane stock obviously did really well, but because I'm mounting a gun cam on the top of it, I needed somewhere to put the external battery. Now, I've purchased this shotgun pouch, stock pouch. It was fairly cheap. I think it was about £10, so it's like $12 or something like that, so it wasn't too bad, which allows me to put the gun battery in there and the external power bank, or an external power bank is obviously an external power bank, but the portable power bank. So I'm currently running a 8,000 milliamp power bank for the camera, so it should not run out. And this gun I normally run on 11.1 LiPo, so yeah, pretty damn good if you ask me. But then we go into the internals. Now the internals have changed quite a bit, because once I got it fixed and they chronoed it, it only chronoed at 330 FPS, which I was very disappointed about, and I wanted my DMR back, and then it performed great. So I wanted to call them, so I did, and I got them to change it back to a DMR. I got it locked to semi, so it only fires semi-automatic. So what they've put in it is a new AEG piston. I don't think it's anything. It's a 14 teeth piston, so steel piston, so it should last a fair whack of time. They've also put a new piston head in. Again, I don't think this is any particular one, it's just an aluminium bearing piston head. All from Neutral, so the WE version. They've then put a new spring in it, which is an M130 spring, which achieves about 400 FPS. I may upgrade that to an M140 to get a bit more out of it, because I think you're allowed 450 FPS on a DMR. So that might change in the future, but for now it will do. And lastly, they've put a new long shaft high speed motor in it to compensate for the power. So yeah, internally it has changed quite significantly, but externally, as you can see, it has not. So that's about it. If there is anything I did not mention that you would like to know, then please let me know. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like on the video, comment down below, and best of all, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the field.